Hello everyone, welcome to Barca News. It is January 11th, 2025, and ahead of tomorrow's Spanish Super Cup final, Hansi Flick has held the pre-match press conference where he was asked some very important questions, including it's going to be Gavi or Dani Olmo, Szczesny or Iñaki Peña, and finally, what he thinks about the whole Vinicius suspension. Also, Hansi Flick's watch went on during the press conference, revealing text messages from two players, and for some reason this has caused a lot of speculation. We'll discuss what those messages were and what Barcelona's explanation was. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Mo, and tomorrow is the big day as Barcelona will be playing another El Clásico against Real Madrid, but this time it will be a final in the Spanish Super Cup as the two La Liga giants will face off each other once again during the season at the possibility of winning the first trophy of the season, and hopefully we'll have another repeat of the last El Clásico, and hopefully Barcelona will not only beat Real Madrid and win the Spanish Super Cup, but hopefully they'll thrash them, because it's always nice to see Barcelona thrash Real Madrid. Now, as always, Hansi Flick did hold a pre-match press conference ahead of tomorrow's match. And of course, the big question was, will Dani Olmo be available to play tomorrow, since he was recently registered? And this is what the German coach had to say. Yes, obviously he can play. He's delighted and happy, and he'll be back in the team. Now, as far as Gavi, who played in the place of Olmo last match, Hansi Flick said, Gavi performed at a great level in the last game. It gives you different elements. I haven't made up my mind. So Hansi Flick confirming that Dani Olmo will be available tomorrow and he will play tomorrow. And of course, the big question will be, will Olmo start? Will Gavi start? That's going to be definitely a difficult decision, because after all, Gavi had an incredible match in the semifinals, scoring a goal and providing an assist against Athletic Club de Bilbao. Of course, Gavi ended up playing because Dani Olmo wasn't registered, but now that Dani Olmo is registered, we'll see who will Hansi Flick pick. He definitely has a very tough decision, and what an awesome tough decision, because who wouldn't want to have to pick between two great players to start? And now Hansi Flick was also asked another question, another selection question. Iñaki Peña or Wojciech Szczesny? And before I tell you what the German coach said, I would like to remind you to please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment. If you are looking for any Barcelona jerseys or merchandise, make sure to Goal Kids, Kickback, or Fanatics. If you are looking to place any sports bets, make sure to bet us. All links are down below in the description. If you click on them, you'll be helping this channel, but you'd also be helping yourself, because you do get access to some pretty cool discounts and offers. Anyways, let's get back to Hansi Flick's response on who he would pick, whether it's going to be Szczesny or Iñaki Peña. And this is what the German coach had to say. I never talk about the starting 11 for tomorrow. He, speaking of Szczesny, played a good game, and Iñaki had a great first half of the season. That's how it is. In Spain, maybe there's a different mentality, but this I have to explain. The noise outside is very loud. They are professionals. They have to be on time. It's the third time it's happened, and I had no choice. You can arrive earlier. It's not a problem. So Hansi Flick not confirming whether it's going to be Szczesny or Iñaki Peña, saying that Szczesny had an incredible match in that semifinal against Athletic Club de Bilbao, and Iñaki Peña had an incredible first half of the season. So which one is going to be? We don't know. And of course, Hansi Flick saying he's pretty much not bothered by all the noise from the media about who's going to start, who's not going to start. And, everybody talking like, oh my God, Iñaki Peña was late, that's why Szczesny started. He's like, look, they're professionals. They know the rules. You follow the rules, you get to play. You don't follow the rules, you don't get to play. So Hansi Flick not being too clear on who's going to start. And for that, I want to ask you guys, who do you guys want to see? Do you want to see Szczesny or Iñaki Peña? And also, who do you guys think will start, right? There's a difference between what you want versus what's going to happen. So let me know down below. Who do you think is going to start, and who would you want to start? Iñaki Peña or Wojciech Szczesny? Now, Hansi Flick was asked about what message he had for his players ahead of tomorrow's match. And, well, this is what the German coach has had to say. I have told the team there is only outside noise. We have to be cohesive and strong. It's a great season. We haven't reached the point we wanted. It's good to learn from every game, and this is the goal. We have played well for the club. That's what we want. Yesterday, we gave a day off. Today, we will focus on the match. Show them how we can play, what we can improve, because they can play very well. So Hansi Flick pretty much telling his players to forget everything that's going on outside the club and the press. The talks about Dani Olmo registration, about Pau Victor's registration, about how the team, was in a crisis mode because he's like, look, forget about all that noise. Focus on coming together, on playing cohesively, on giving your best, because we already know that this team is an incredibly great team, a team that can compete against anyone if they're focused and if they give it their all. We already saw it all throughout the beginning of the season. So if this team is focused, I have no doubt that they will be more than capable of competing tomorrow. And that's what Hansi Flick wants to say. And also Flick, revealing that yesterday that team actually had a day off in order to, recover energies. And then today they pretty much worked on focusing on how they're going to play against Real Madrid. Now, the big question, of course, was Ronald Araujo. As you know, there's been a lot of talks about Araujo joining Juventus, and this is what Hansi Flick had to say. There have always been rumors since I've been here. We have to be professional. Ronald is coming back from a tough injury, and we have to look after him. He's back, and he's very professional. It's not my job to talk about it, but I want him in my team. He is one of the best defenders. So Hansi Flick pretty much not getting into in any messes, I guess, if you want to say that. He's kind of like, look, there's always rumors about players going, leaving. That's not my job. My job is to coach the players. Araujo's very professional, and of course, I would love to have him on my team. And as I've always said, I would love for Araujo to stay. He's one of the best defenders in Europe. But if he wants to leave, there's not much we could do, and we have to allow him to leave. Of course, the only thing we can control is how much he leaves for. And as you know, Barcelona already rejected Juventus' first offer because they were only offering 25 million, and the club won at least a minimum of 50 million. I know I've seen a lot of people saying, oh, Barcelona are crazy. How they gotta accept a minimum of 50? They should accept 80, 90, whatever. Look, his market value is 55 million. I doubt anyone's gonna want to pay 80 million for a player that's valued at 55. It's kind of like you want to buy a car that's 20,000 and the dealership says 100,000. You're like, no, that car is 20,000. I'm not paying 100. So anyways, now Hansi Flick was finally asked about Vinicius Jr. As you know, Vinicius Jr. was only handed a 2-match ban after he physically assaulted another player, and the rules say it's a minimum of 4. So he was asked, do you think it's fair that he's going to be playing tomorrow? And, do you think his suspension was fair? And this is what he had to say. It wasn't my decision. It's good. It's good to have him in the Super Cup. It's good to have the best. It's good to have him. So, in other words, Hansi Flick, again, doesn't really care. As always, Hansi Flick does not like to use any excuses. He doesn't care about refereeing, about the Royal Spanish Football Federation decisions, the grass, whatever. He's just focused on his team. And actually, he's glad because, after all, I think as football fans, we should all want to see the best Barcelona 11 versus the best Real Madrid 11. So, if Vinicius is available tomorrow, then he is available tomorrow. I think it just adds to the spectacle. I don't agree with his suspension. I think it's an absolute joke that when you physically assault a player, you only get a 2-match ban. But whatever, at the end of the day, it will be good to see, Barca's best 11 versus Real Madrid's 11. Now, there was this huge controversy during a press conference because while Hansi Flick was answering questions, his Apple Watch went on and revealed 2 different text messages from 2 different players, one from Rafinha and one from Ronald Araujo, and both text messages were asking Hansi Flick for a meeting. And of course, since the reporter saw that, all of a sudden rumors started spiraling. Everybody started going crazy. Why does Rafinha want to meet with Flick? Why does Araujo want to meet with Flick? Are they looking to leave? Are they looking to stay? Oh my God, this whole drama. And while the club explained it that, Rafinha, Ronald Araujo, they're both captains of the team, and they were asking for meetings with Flick in order to organize in order to know what's going to be the organization or the schedule of tomorrow. What time they're going to wake up, what time they're going to go have food, what time is the warm-up, what time they're going to head to the match, etc., etc. They just wanted to know what the schedule is going to look like. And, being the 2 captains of the team, they wanted to know that so then they can relay back to their teammates. So, no, Araujo's not texting Flick because he's trying to leave, or that's going to be handled between the club, Araujo, and his agents, not with Hansi Flick. But anyways, I guess drama sells, And if we can create drama from anything, I guess that's where we at right now. Anyways, that is all for this video. I will be uploading another video, a very interesting video, because the CSD has pretty much explained its decision, explained what's going on. So stay tuned to that video. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, and as always, be Scars.